The island of Java in Indonesia is world-renowned for its rich history, diverse culture, and stunning temples. Among these temples, two names stand out: the Prambanan Temple and the Sewu Temple. These are not only architectural marvels, but also stand as proof of the deep connections between Indian and Javanese civilizations. Let's understand this incredible journey in detail. It was built in the 9th century by the kings of the Mataram Kingdom. This temple is dedicated to Lord Shiva and is also known as the Mahadev Temple, referring to Shiva's residence. The temple consists of three large temples dedicated to the Hindu trinity: Shiva, the main temple, Vishnu, and Brahma. In front of these temples are smaller temples dedicated to their vehicles: Nandi, Garuda, and Hamsa. The temple's height is 47 meters. The walls are carved with scenes from the Ramayana and other Hindu mythological stories. This temple reflects immense devotion to Lord Shiva and his power, goddess Durga. Locals believe the statue of Durga is the Larjo Grang, revered by the people. Located about 800 meters from Prambanan, Sewu Temple was the largest center of Buddhism in Java. Sewu means 1,000 temples, although this complex has only 249 temples. It was built in the 8th to 9th century during the reign of the Sailendra dynasty. This temple symbolizes the Mahayana branch of Buddhism. Around the main temple, there is a series of smaller temples, the principles of Vajrayana. According to a famous story, Sewu Temple was built in just one night. In the 9th century, there were two major dynasties on the island of Java: Mataram Kingdom, Hinduism, and Sailendra dynasty, Buddhism. Both dynasties had close ties. This cultural synthesis made the construction of temples like Prambanan and Sewu possible. Prambanan and Sewu temples show that Hindus and Buddhists coexisted peacefully and cooperatively on the same land. The construction of Prambanan near Sewu Temple is a symbol that rather than competing over religion, they enriched each other. According to the story associated with Larjo Grang, a demon prince proposed marriage to a princess. She set a condition that he must build 1,000 temples in one night to marry her. The prince used his powers to build 999 temples, but the clever princess stopped him. In a fit of rage, the prince turned her into a stone statue, which is now revered as Larjo Grang. In the 16th century, devastating earthquakes and volcanic eruptions severely damaged these temples. With the arrival of Islam, the number of Hindus and Buddhists gradually declined. The temples were abandoned, and they disappeared into the jungles. For centuries, these temples were forgotten. Locals considered them sacred ruins, but their significance had diminished. In 1811, British officer Sir Thomas Stamford Raffles rediscovered these temples. Dutch archaeologists began excavating these temples in the 19th and 20th centuries. In the 1930s, restoration of Prambanan and Sewu began. UNESCO contribution. In 1991, Prambanan Temple was declared a World Heritage Site. Regular Hindu and Buddhist rituals are conducted here. The Ramayana dance performance is extremely popular among tourists. This is one of Indonesia's most prominent tourist destinations. Millions of tourists visit these incredible temples every year. This temple is a unique example of the cultural connection between the Indian subcontinent and Indonesia. The story of these temples teaches us why it is essential to preserve ancient heritage. The convergence of Hinduism and Buddhism gives the world a message of peace and coexistence. Temples like Prambanan and Sewu are unique examples of human labor, art, and devotion. Prambanan and Sewu temples are symbols of religious and cultural heritage on the island of Java. Their story is not only a marvel of architecture, but also a testament to the glory of the past and the progress of human civilization. It inspires us to take pride in our history and culture.